Hello. One came around. Waita wa LABAN'S sio mzanyo wa kona na kipande cha wiki university obozo kutumia
After 16 players, after 7 long hours, after a lot of competitive and top class pool today here at LABAN'S Arena in Namlanda Trading Center, Wakiso District, Entebbe Municipality, we at long last have a final. This match will be the last for what has been a very exciting day of action here in this comp that has cash prizes for the top 4. This one is the final. 2 of the better players from their respective countries, from Zambia and Uganda respectively. Ian KAZIBWE, Ugandan, the bigger player with bigger hair, bigger body and bigger chest, but younger in age, taking on Moses MOFYA. The final is racing to as long as 9 for Ian, a chance to become a winner of a second tournament this year in Uganda, for Moses MOFYA to become a winner of a second tournament in this year also in Uganda. 2 frames have been played so far. It is MOFYA 1 and Ian 1, race to 9. In the meantime, this match is streamed live on 2 platforms. The main Facebook streaming page is Break and Finish Live Facebook, but there is also a YouTube stream which is on Peter Chobe Live YouTube. Always feel free to watch from a platform of your preference. And I believe action is going to be happening for the next 1 hour or so, but it could be less time, most especially if Ian is a player on song. He's naturally the faster player than MOFYA, but MOFYA is way more experienced in terms of, yes, longevity in the sport. Actually, in terms of experience, maybe MOFYA and Ian shouldn't even be mentioned in the same sentence, but that won't matter. What will matter is who of the 2 will be the first to 9. And now Ian did win the first frame, MOFYA winning the second, and he's now heavily poised MOFYA to win a third. After this one, players and the streamer will take a long trek back home. Tomorrow resting day, and then on Saturday another comp, this time a 64-man comp that is planned to happen in one day. 4 tables. The races should really be short for that one. If I had power, I would make them race to 3 just to ensure that the tournament ends on time, because these players shall be involved in the league on Sunday. They need enough rest on Saturday. While there is always some money to win in Ugandan weekly comps, for MOFYA, I don't think it's even about the money. For Ian, it will be about the money. He has already, actually he has won 2 comps Ian this year, not 1. One of them was on the 3rd of January. It was called the New Year's Comp, that was organized in the district of Hoima. And then the other, in that one he beat Area Chimul in the final. Then the other was the tournament that was organized at Irish Bar in Entebbe, same road as where we are. It was called Irish Bar 64-man comp. If you do remember that match, the final that ended in a decider, him Ian defeating Caesar. So he has relatively been having a good year. There is another comp where he came second Also on this road, this is the venue where we are is the road that comes from the city of Kampala, those who may not know the Ugandan map, to the town of Entebbe, heading up to the airport, which is the only international airport in the country, which is right by the waters of Lake Victoria. So it moves from the city up to the lake, the second biggest lake in the world. And it's a road where venues that organize tournaments along the road, it's one where Ian has really been performing well. Now I don't know where all this kind of confidence is coming from Moses MOFYA. He has been playing mostly offensive pool today, and he leads for the very first time in the match. White will be safe. Ian 1 and MOFYA 2. In the meantime, these two players, I want to remember if they've played before. Not really, they've not been facing off a lot. At one time, most especially when Ian was just adventuring into Uganda for the very first time about 4 months ago. 4 months ago, in the month of January, he did invite Ian to a money match. That one didn't happen. Ian instead did race with Kelvin, who won at the venue that is Amigos in Kampala. How well will he break? Relatively not a so bad split of the balls. A little bit tricky after this, after potting one red, and yes, it's only one red that got potted on the break. He may want to go for the reds. He will be wary of mostly those two reds that are so close to the black. He may want to go for the yellows as well. Not a so easily finishable yellows frame, but nonetheless possible, most especially in the vein of form that he has been in today, MOFYA. He's a very experienced player. Moses MOFYA, first time I did see him was in 2014 when he was part of the Zambian team that did travel to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania to participate in the All Africa Pool Championships, in which they came second after champions. No, they came third. It were the South Africans who won, Tanzanians coming second, and the Zambians coming third, the Ugandans coming fourth, and the Kenyans fifth in that competition. Since then, Moses MOFYA has been a top player, most especially a member of the Zambian national team up to the present date. He was part of the All Africa Pool Championships winning team in his own home country, Zambia, at the OIDC in Lusaka 2022. And he himself, MOFYA, did win the all-decisive frame against South Africa's Aiden Joseph to win the title. He also was part of the Holy Cup Championships team. Sorry, he was part of the World Championships team. Zambia participating in the World Championships for the very first time in 2023 in Tangier, Morocco. They came second to England. At an individual level, he has reached the semi-finals of the Grand Mchana Open Championship, one of the biggest annual championships on the continent. Last year, in the latest edition, the one that was won by Caesar, Moses MOFYA was defeated by Innocent Sami of Tanzania in the semi-finals, then lost out to South Africa's Jeremiah Naido in the third place match. He came fourth, a very respectable fourth. If I'm not mistaken, he must have won $1,500 for just coming fourth. And in that same tournament, there was a team event. He was part of the Eagles team. Then the team for which he was playing for, Zambian best team, they won the team category. I do remember that very memorable match in which they defeated the Ugandan team, which also had Ian on it. It was called, am I forgetting its name? But in the semi-finals, it was. So he has some good history against Ugandans. Ian doesn't have a lot of history against Zambians. Of course, he's a new guy in the scene, only 3 years him being a competitive player. You give him credit, he looks so talented, and there's still room for improvement, but he's already a very quality player. But a very quality shot that has been played by Moses MOFYA now. He's not only thinking better and acting better, he's shooting better and leading better. That is one of the better shots of the match. He leads by 3 frames to 1.
Make sure. Mama, Ian, take your time. Ian, make sure. Take your time.
Thank you for watching from the YouTube stream. Alo Stores supporting MOFYA. Rufus Keep Korea, you are locked in, most likely from Kenya. Musumba John Regan. I'm seeing your comments, sir. Thank you for watching, Musumba, and welcome to the stream. Peter Moshipi supporting MOFYA. Betty Tabitha. Now look at this Betty. She was supporting MOFYA in the semi-finals, and now she's supporting Ian in the final. Very inconsistent supporter. Peter Lodson Musementa supporting MOFYA, whom is calling him MOFYA. Mutete Jose supporting Ian and watching on the Facebook. Sorry, he's instead on the YouTube stream. But I know that a certain Miss Rachel Mbewe must be watching on Facebook, watching under loads and loads of pressure, learning that supporting of this sport is not for the faint-hearted. But thank you for loving the sport, and welcome to the stream. Kevin Karanja from Kenya, thank you for watching. Has been in Uganda a good number of times playing the game. Wesley Naz Palata, you're asking if Caesar has reached. If I could flip the camera, you could see him actually. He's at the venue. Dayson Emmanuel, you said the last time you watched Ian, he was playing very well against Caesar. Yes, that tournament that he won is the last he has won up to present date actually. He came from 3 frames down, now he's 3 frames 1 down. He's attempting to finish frame number 5 with one visit of the table. He'll have to roll the black ball to the corner pocket on the top right, or sharp cut to the center pocket on the right. Goes for the corner pocket and gets it right and responds to one visit clearance with another one visit clearance of his own. It is now Ian 2 and MOFYA 3. Alex Lesser, thank you for watching the stream and appreciating the comment you're watching on Facebook. Sylvester Mthunzi, welcome to the stream. Matthews M. Malenga supporting MOFYA. That's as is Yakini Maigahama. You say it is a good match and you're watching from Harare in Zimbabwe. By the way, those countries, I am based in Uganda, where I do most of the streams. When I get the chance, I can stream from outside Uganda. Like I'll be streaming the Timber Exo Comp in Kenya, but there are more Zambians and more Zimbabweans, most especially more South Africans, but also more Kenyans than Ugandans on most especially the Facebook page. Wesley, Palata, and Brian Kapalobwe. By the way, you people, you say that it is the pocket switch port. Not exactly the pockets. The tables are just good. They are Super League, originally from the United Kingdom, where they are normally imported. Yes, they are more user-friendly than, for instance, the United tables from South Africa, but it's not as if they help a player to port when the player is not on target. It's just that on a Super League table, when you are on target, it goes in. When you are off, mostly it's off as well. Hugo Tiger supporting MOFYA. Lewis Namasango, greetings to you. Terry Moyo, all the way from South Africa. Justice Alex Mzenza, watching from Cape Town, from the great Rainbow Nation. Juguna Samuel, thank you for watching. You want me to commentate Heibo next year? If I got the chance, but I don't know, God willing. Leonard Kazembe must be watching from Zambia. You say after watching Heibo, you can challenge any African players. You say you are all amateurs. Not really that we are all amateurs. I can tell you that most of those top Chinese players, if you maybe they would be having issues in black ball. It's just that Heibo is a very new thing in Africa. But for the Chinese, it's what they play. Like on a daily, for instance, in Uganda, there is only one Heibo table which was introduced to the country last year. That's why you may have realized that for the Ugandan players who did participate, there has been improvement in terms of performance. And then Maluva there's a Heibo table in Lusaka where he trains from, and he did perform relatively well. And then outside South Africa, where there are enough Heibo tables, the second performing African country in the ongoing Wild Heibo Championships was Kenya. And yes, there are a good number of Heibo tables in Nairobi, Kenya. So for the Chinese, where there are hundreds of Heibo tables, where you hardly find this blackboard table, they play on the big table. It's no surprise that, yes, they will always outshine the rest of the continent. Sorry, the rest of the globe. It's just like that. It is a sport. Practice makes perfect. Muhammad Mustafa, you're watching from the UK. You're supporting the two of them and you love both of them. Okay, you are a unique person, but also uniquely playing today is Moses MOFYA, because I may have to say that, and you're listening to someone that has been watching and streaming all his action ever since he came to Uganda. I don't know if he will be winning this tournament. I don't know if he will be winning this final, but I think this one is his best performance ever since his advent of Uganda. He's playing so well. Of course, a few errors there in, but generally his performances have been so well. And this one could be a big confidence booster if he wins this final. I will tip him to perform better in forthcoming tournaments. And another reminder is that both of these players will be part of the Timber Exo knockout competition that will be happening at Club Timber Exo, Eldoret, Kenya, starting on the 23rd, the international tournament, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week, where the whole of the African continent shall be, most especially the top players from Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Uganda, South Africa, Eswatini, as well as Malawi. Keep your fingers crossed for the tournament with the biggest prize fund now in the history of African pool. Timber EXO is going to supersede the Grand Mchana, because for this one it is $11,600 cash prize for number one. 30 Ugandans will be participating, including the guy that has just walked past the screen. You may have seen Caesar. And yes, part of the 30 Ugandans will be 2 ladies who will be head started with +2 in races to 9. The 2 shall be the sister pair of Rashida and Rukia. Will Ian open up the dead red? Gold shooting Ian KAZIBWE. Hopefully he gets to sum it up by making a clearance of this ongoing frame number 6, which will be an equalizing frame, which will make the final even more lively and more competitive. Has that lethal hand, Ian, that is so deadly and so effective and so powerful, and you can really see what I'm getting to talk about. He may want to put the last red as well as the black to the same center pocket on the left, because white ball moves naturally. So anyway, just to guide it, but only with a little bit of top spin, just like that. The rest will be a formality. Ian 3, MOFYA 3, race to 9.
MOFYA tukende. LABAN. Wonange akaloka yayo wene chizibu. MOFYA tukende. Team MOFYA.
Now, from where you're watching, you will probably agree with me that this tournament is seeing MOFYA's best ever performance ever since his advent of Ugandan pole. Yes, he has won a comp before. He has won one before. In that one, he did beat his compatriot Kelvin in the final. But how he has just finished frame number 4 is reminiscent of a guy that is now oozing with confidence. And for his own sake, you just wish that this kind of form goes on and on and on, just for him to enjoy his semi-final tour, semi-professional tour of Uganda. Sorry, he is back in the lead with 4 frames against 3. But frame number 4 has been the best finished of all 7 that have happened in this competition so far. And it's supposed to be playing against the guy that is supposed to be the more attacking player of the 2. And yes, thank you for watching, Africa. Just under 500 people watching combined on Facebook and YouTube. At a time when most of you are watching Hey Boy in the morning, then there are other games on the internet. But yes, thank you for me in a special way for always making these players relevant as players, according them your time and precious data bundles, and for myself as a streamer, making it relevant to your pool life. I am streaming once again on Break and Finish Live Facebook as well as Peter Chove Live YouTube. But many of the times, if not all, I crop out highlights of these videos. I share them back to you, most especially on Facebook, but not forgetting TikTok. I use the TikTok account. That is also the name of the streaming YouTube channel. It is called Peter Chove Live. That one is only for highlights of matches like these ones, tournaments, as well as money matches. Frame number 8 is upon us, but it's also upon Moses MOFYA. He's playing like a guy possessed. He's showing hunger for a victory. Maybe he's showing a little bit of hunger for money. Maybe he wants pocket money for his Kenya trip, which is coming up. He's just about to cross another border to advent into Kenya. I want to believe that he will want to put red to the corner pocket on the bottom left and black to the corresponding corner pocket on the right. Spin the white ball backwards, move it a little bit back against the cushion like that. Beautiful and perfect. And knit the pot of the black ball to the corner pocket closest to the bottom of your screen will be a formality. Moses MOFYA 5, Ian KAZIBWE 3. Please notify me in the comment section if you're having issues with the stream, most especially those of you who are watching on YouTube. Some of the stuff I can't follow well because from the gadget where I'm just watching, there's a little bit of a network buffer for the gadget that is streaming, which is using different network, it looks okay. But just in case it is also buffering on your side, kindly notify me in the comment section. But I will not need any notification to know that Ian KAZIBWE is winning frame number 9 and by break and finish what a match that we are having on our shoulders. Black and red to the same center pocket on the right. Even with his eyes closed, Ian will be sinking in this black. He pulls one back. It is Ian 4 and MOFYA 5. Thank you for watching from the YouTube stream. Dennis, you say you are Team Caesar and you are neutral. Okay. Welcome, Kona Gumede. You are supporting MOFYA and you are saying more fire. William Sentongo, you are Team Ian George watching from Entebbe. Geoffrey Komakechu, Keje Paul, and Cricket with Safwan. Hello to you. GBL Lubanga supporting MOFYA, just as is Gilbert Simwapenga and Lumono Modenda uploading MOFYA's beautiful play today, as he gets to break fair, gets to break a ball, and gets to attempt to win another frame and try to win it as well by break and finish. He goes for the red by bank and misses it, leaving an open table. Maybe he was always going to mind less him potting or missing, because he knows there is a red that is entangled between two yellows near that cushion on the right. Will he open up the dead red, Ian, after closing the table? The white ball was just 99% accurate, but by 1% it didn't get to open the dead red. Now Ian knows that maybe it will not come easy for him to finish this frame in his current visit of the table. If he equalizes, if it makes it 5-5, then we shall have to shoot out a race to 4 to know who of these two players will be winning the money. Simon Shilongo, you're asking what race it is. Simon, it is race to 9. It's also indicated, I think, in the video heading, the video caption. Mambos Fasfe, watching from Zambia, saying MOFYA Kuchalo. It means MOFYA to the world. Smith Besseger, always watching. Derek Jebanda, also supporting MOFYA. Now, believe it or not, there is a seeming likelihood that it is going to be 5-5, maybe within the next 40 seconds or so. That maybe it is now going to be a race to 4. Ian is likely to put red to the corner pocket, White ball bouncing off the cushion with a little bit of right spin to pot black to the center pocket on the left. He has opted instead to pot black to the same corner pocket where he has just potted his last red, which he will be potting and will be equalizing. It is Ian 5 now and MOFYA 5. KAZIBWE, you want that shot in the highlights tomorrow. I don't know which shot you are exactly meaning. Which shot, in which frame, and the shot from which player. Maybe you are taking off the foul. You are being comic. Thank you for watching, my good friend Evans Okacha streamer on Rack and Shoot Bleeds Facebook and YouTube, based in Kakamega, Kenya. A very ardent supporter of the sport and its players. Also streamed one tournament in Uganda one time. Hopefully one time we shall be streaming another tournament, and that time should be very, very soon, in maybe just about 1 week's time in Eldoret, as Ian breaks dry. Moses MOFYA with another chance to try and regain his lead. He has been coming short, Moses MOFYA, in so many cases when he has been facing the better of these Ugandan players like Ian. For him, MOFYA, I don't think it's about winning the money. He just wants to come victorious in a Ugandan comp for the first time in quite a while. Like I said before, I think he has been short on his promise. He has not been living up to his known abilities in this tour of Uganda. He has lost so many tournaments. He has participated in more than 20, maybe close to 30, and yet he has won only one. With his ability, if I were asked before he was to play that he will be playing 30 Ugandan comps, how many do you think would I think he would win? I would say just around 5, but one is really, really shy on what he should be doing. He wants to win this one for himself. He knows that his performances are followed so closely, most especially distant from home in Lusaka, which is a pool crazy city. Maybe not with the kind of craze that is in Kampala, but Lusaka is equally crazy, most especially online. A lovely way to open up the would-be dead red. That's what top players do. In one moment, a ball is dead. In the next moment, it is open. Putting the red ball close to the white ball will not be a problem. Now he'll be having his mind on the red that is near the center pocket at the left end of the table, which is entangled between Ian's yellow and the black. Look at how white ball is bouncing off the cushion with big spin on it, moving as close can be towards the red, which is now portable either to the corner pocket closest to the bottom of your screen or center pocket on the right. What he'll be wary of is the shot that gives him an easier way to manipulate white for the next red, which he can put to the corner pocket at the left, either direct or off Ian's yellow. He will be very wary. White ball doesn't have to move far away from the red after potting. That is beautiful shooting. He has partial sight of the red, the last red remaining on the table, and that will mean that the only way he can try to pot it is off the yellow. Mindful about white for black, just in case he pots. There's also a good chance he could miss. Off yellow, in white for black should have been okay. Unfortunately, another yellow stands in the way of the black. Moses MOFYA is now in trouble. This is where his elaborativeness is brought to a big test. Try and manipulate something out of this would be impeccable situation where black ball is in front of the yellow. The passage to the pocket is blocked. The bank is also booked. Maybe he's trying a very sharp cut of the black to the corner pocket close to the bottom of your screen. White will be safe, maybe not. The sharp will not be difficult, but still possible. He misses. And Ian can breathe again. Cyrus Masoti, thank you for watching. Asking if I am coming to Masoti, to Eldoret. The answer is yes. Calvin Ju, supporting MOFYA from Zimbabwe. Kimiasolite, thank you for watching. You are watching Ian playing snooker, and it's a successful snooker. MOFYA, I want to find the black of the cushion on the left, and I want to believe that he will be going for power, just that in case he finds it, he has a chance of potting it. Will he pot? No, he won't. But the problem with black ball is that you are normally at a disadvantage when you have just that one ball on the table. The black, your opponent has 6 yellows. They decide when to play snooker, when to play to attack, when to be patient. And now it seems Ian is going for the frame. He's a good offensive-minded player with a lethal left hand, which he can use to manipulate the white ball anywhere on the table. He's trying to win a 3rd comp this year. And maybe he's going to lead for the 2nd time in the match since frame number 1. Remember, he won the 1st frame. And then MOFYA won the next 2. Ian equalized. MOFYA won 2, making it 4-2. And then 4-3. And then 5-3. Ian won the last 2. Now it is 5-5. And yet he's just seeming in pole position to win a 6. Need 3 out of the remaining 6. Has to put it with a little bit of power. White bounce off the cushion, move towards the end of the table where there is the black, because he wants to put the last red towards the corner, last yellow towards the corner pocket. He has lost the direction of the white. That was not a shot reminiscent of a top player that Ian should be. Probably is going for snooker, but I just think he has blown away an easier chance to finish the frame. He misguided the movement of the white ball. It should have moved leftwards. MOFYA is snookered. He wants to find the black off the cushion. Is he playing mass shot? Curve the white ball around the yellow bit to find the black. Try to put it by back to the center pocket. If he did, that one will be one of the better shots, not just in the match, but also in the tournament. MOFYA is not normally that kind of player. He plays the easiest option of all those that are available. Finds the black. May put it to the center pocket. It was so close, but not close enough. It is Ian now who is smiling, of course, as well as the Ugandan fans. He's born and bred Ian, by the way, in the area. This is the place where he is supported the most, and he's just about to lead by the sink of the black. It is Ian 6, Moses MOFYA 5. Cyrus Mosoti, you're asking me which Ugandan players will have confirmed participation in the Timber EXO competition in Eldoret next week. Okay, I'm just going to be looking at the list. If I can give you highlights of a few who will be participating. There are quite many, just about 30. Ibrahim Kayanja, the sisters Rukia and Rashida. Do you know Sula Matovu? Then these two who are participating, I am assuming that Moses MOFYA is Ugambian, Black Sheep, Habat Mokisa, Farouk Kasozi, Mansour Odong, Omara Moses, Hazard, Crispus, Glorious, Kalima Paul, Caesar, Lawrence, Asiko Jackson, Mark Muchivi, and Habib Sebogozi. Those ones. I've read to you those who have confirmed by payment of registration fees. The list could be elongated by about 3, often more names, most especially including Ibrahim Sejemba, then Computer maybe, Black Sheep, Sulamatov. Those ones. I believe I've answered you. But also Ian is answering the questions of what he will be doing of Moses MOFYA. Potting red to the center pocket on the left naturally helps him. Use white ball to open up the black. By white ball being played into the red, it could move into the yellow, which is so close to the black. The black could also naturally be opened, and you can see from the position of the yellow, it goes towards the corner pocket at the top end of the table. I think that's what should be aiming for. Just like that. Beautiful queuing from Ian, who will be leading with 2 frames with 1 visit of the table. In the final, it is Ian 7 and MOFYA 5 in a rest to 9, meaning MOFYA needs 4, while Ian needs 2 out of the remaining 5. Now the more confident player is Ian. He has been able to fight his way back. Now he is most likely, or will I say the most likely player to be winning this final. But things could have a new twist of events if MOFYA can find a way of winning this one, going frame number 13. Ian on the yellows. The yellow close at the white ball. Potting it will not be an issue, but having white ball for the yellow that is so close to the red near the top end of the table will be the issue. If he's able to manipulate that one, then there is no reason to believe that he's not winning this frame, let alone this tournament in its entirety. Even with big drag on the white, it moved far away. He would have gotten himself snookered if he had potted, and the fact that he has not potted, I think he will be okay with it. The option for a Moses MOFYA recovery could be potting that red ball to the one in between the two of those which are at the right end of the table. Move the white ball leftwards to try and open up the corner pocket, which is having Ian's yellow. Just like that. Good execution from Moses MOFYA, showing in one moment the class of the player that he is, and in the next moment opening up the yellow, giving himself chance to finish the frame either by offense, maybe elongate the frame by playing defense, making sure that Ian is not comfortable enough potting either of his 2 yellows. I think that's what MOFYA will do. Could just tap the white ball into the red near the top end of the table allow Ian sight of only the red, the yellow near the red, the one that is almost touching the red, and just like that, he will be back in business. But he's nonetheless sporting. With this kind of play, he may be deciding to go for the frame. That is very unlike MOFYA. At least the MOFYA have old. Maybe it is these Ugandan, in quotes, pocket-friendly tables that are guiding his play. In the end, he gets to have his red ball jump out of the pocket. Actually, he didn't jump out of the pocket, he was just off target. He played it into the jaw of that center pocket on the left, allowing Ian chance to maybe steal the frame away. At that same center pocket where there is the black, Ian will be attempting to play his last yellow, have the white ball bounce off the cushion into space, simply to have sight of the last yellow, which is at the top end of the table. Will he pot? Yes, he will. He won't fight it, is potting the last yellow. He's playing it with a big spin. White ball will be guided off 2 cushions. 1, 2 cushions. Unfortunately, it is a miss, and it could be a very costly miss, this one. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Juma Bagonza, you're watching on the YouTube stream. Amina Faith Nganda supporting Ian, of course. Nationalistic interests at heart. John Makalula, you are watching, you are supporting MOFYA from Lusaka. Yes, you say you enjoy the commentary. Thank you for very much. Moses Mahomle from Nairobi, Kenya, the New York of East Africa. Maybe the New York of Sub-Saharan Africa besides South Africa. Igakam. Yes, you want us to come to Mbarara again, all right. There's another comp that is on the way coming to Mbarara at QC, but maybe it will come. The negotiations will be resuming after Eldoret. Trust Stanley supporting MOFYA. He will want to be on target. He cannot afford to miss. If he misses the frame, if he misses the shot, he most likely misses the frame. He misses the shot, and most likely he will be missing the frame. If he misses the frame, most likely he will be losing the final. And with the kind of complexion of the match, maybe the wait for Moses MOFYA winning another comp in Uganda will have to be a little bit longer. In this kind of situation, Ian will never ever be forgiving for his opponent after playing white ball off the cushion with big spin on it, bouncing off 3 cushions. He gets accurate white for black to the center pocket on the left and wins an 8th frame, and will be needing to win only one out of the next 4 to win the tournament. Ian, KAZIBWE 8, Moses MOFYA 5, rest to 9. Now there is no more chance for Moses MOFYA to blink, and even breaking dry is part of the blinking. If Ian can find a way of finishing this frame, then he will have won a 3rd comp this year. Two players a full generation apart, and I'm serious. A generation is more than 10 years. Moses MOFYA is more than 10 years older than Ian, who has the bigger size, but he's a very young man compared to the size of his body, only in his mid-20s. But has got now the experience of now a 3rd year playing competitively in the Ugandan Pro League, now with the Roxbury Pro Club, the team that are leading the league log. He has also already been part of the Uganda national team. He was part of the Holy Cup Championships in Johannesburg, and in the mixed doubles category, he did come joint third, paired alongside her international teammate Rashida Moutesi. This year alone, he has already won two comps. One, the New Year's comp that was organized in Hoima City. The second one is the Irish Bar 64-man comp. This one will be a third if you can win one more frame out of 4, something that is very likely. And I don't know where Moses MOFYA can get the confidence again after a guy that has come from behind to outplay him in the last 20 minutes and outshine him in the final, in the latter stages, and lead against him when Moses MOFYA at one time led by 2 frames. Now he's 3 frames down. That means Ian has won 5 out of the last 6 frames. Actually, it is 6 out of the last 7 frames. Once again, no stream tomorrow, Friday. Saturday, there is another comp that will be happening for one day. Sunday, these players will be participating in the league, and then by Monday, they should be preparing for their trip to Kenya. Timber EXO knockout competition that is happening at Timber EXO. I've been looking at the pictures and the video of the venue today. It is neat and cool and pretty and beautiful. I will be sharing them with you on Break and Finish Live Facebook. Then I'll be doing a little bit more publicizing of that competition, and I really look forward to being in in Eldoret for the first time. I've had some time in Nairobi a number of times, maybe 8 or 10 or so, then Kisumu, then Evans Okacha's city of Kakamega, but in Eldoret I was only on bus going through the city, just as has been Nairobi. I'm really looking forward to Eldoret city, spending a good 5 days there, just doing what I love doing, streaming games like this one. This time, most of them international in nature. But even this match is international in nature because it is between 2 players of different nationalities and also top players in their respective countries. Moses MOFYA trying to put red off the yellow, maybe off another red. Better done off the yellow because it opens up the center pocket once and for all. Beautiful shooting. The rest of the finish of this ongoing frame should be, and I'm saying should be, a formality. When he spins white ball backwards, he gets naturally the white forward to the center pocket on the right. That one will be okay. Now when he puts it, he has to manipulate the white ball between the black and the few yellows, avoiding himself to get snookered. If he does, he risks losing this frame. If he loses this frame, that will be it for him and the tournament. Does he have sight of the reds? Yes, he does. By connection, should be putting both of them in 2 shots to the corner pocket at the left, and then win a 6th frame for himself. He's demonstrating that he is down but not out. He is trailing but still has life in him, still has a fighting chance. And in sport, as long as there is a chance, you have to remain fighting until you cannot fight anymore. Good brains, good execution, good white as Ian concedes frame number 14. It's Ian KAZIBWE now 8 and Moses MOFYA 5. And with a break that powerful, there is a good chance, I'm calling it a good chance, that we may be looking at the last clearance, not only of this final, but also of this tournament. If Ian can close the table, give himself good white, he should be good to go. When he puts the yellow ball close to the two reds, white ball naturally opens up the yellow that is touching another red. Just like that, he should be good to go now once and for all to take MOFYA out of this final. He'll be aiming at the yellow close to the red. He will allow the white ball to bounce naturally off the cushion at the top end, maybe off two cushions, to move into space where he can have a good position to put the last three yellows and then the black, and then win a third tournament for himself, Ian, this year. Of two cushions into the middle of the table, and after shooting that well, there is likelihood that we may have seen the last of Moses MOFYA in this competition. He knows it in himself. The Ugandan fans at the venue know. The majority of Zambian fans online do know that this guy is more likely than not winning this championship. And without letting Moses MOFYA back in, and with the last frame of the tournament by break and finish, most especially with the results of this shot, it will be relatively okay. Not very okay though. Maybe he wanted the yellow ball on the left, towards the center pocket on the left. If he does spot it, white ball naturally moves towards the top end where he doesn't want it. So he has a little bit of work to do, just a little bit of work to do. Where will he guide the white ball? Of course, he will be putting the yellow to the center pocket on the right. He could move the white ball towards the position where there is the black, allow white to bounce off the black, to just like that. The black ball is just in support of the resting of the white ball. The rest of the frame shall be a formality for Ian KAZIBWE. Roll yellow ball to the center, to the corner pocket closest to the bottom of your screen. Chooses to tap the white. Should be putting the black ball to the center pocket on the left to win the tournament and the match and the money. Ian versus the black to win the tournament, and yes, he does. And finally, after long last, after 7 long hours, after lots of good pull on the day, we have a winner. Ian KAZIBWE wins today's 16-man comp here at LABAN'S Arena in Kampala. Very good fight in the tournament from Moses MOFYA. At long last, he came just a little bit short, but yes, most of him in the match and in the tournament was a good morale booster. And in the final scores are Ian KAZIBWE 9 and Moses MOFYA 6. We meet on Saturday. For now, I wish you a very good rest of the weekend. May the Almighty God bless you.